Hey, welcome to another proven email breakdown video. Today we have something different because I'm not in my usual studio, so the lighting is gonna be worse, and I have my trusty microphone with me, but I'm just gonna wave it in my hand because I don't have a stand for it or something like that. But the show must go on. You guys clearly indicated that you want more proven email breakdown videos regardless of what's happening in the world. So I'm back again, and today we're taking a look at an abandoned cart email. Actually an abandoned sales page email, but they're very similar. And this one is by the Motley, which is one of the leading financial newsletter publications out there. They help people with stock picks and investment advice and strategies and stuff like that. And this is a great example because it's a relatively long form email if you look at it, compared to the fact that it's only like an abandoned cart email. But it's like a mini sales page in itself, right? And this is super useful because people, when they check out your sales page or your checkout page, most of them are gonna fall off, and then life gets in the way. Something happens, I don't know, their cat has an accident or something like that, and they just forget about the whole thing. So you have to remind them, and you have to kind of either you go funny and you kind of come up with an abandoned cart email that is basically funny, like you're writing the email from your wallet's perspective or something like that. Ian Stanley does a lot of that. Or you kind of reiterate the most important points of a sales message that you have on the sales page itself in this email. So this email is like that, and we're going to take a look at this right now. But before we jump in, make sure to like the video if you're enjoying these videos, and subscribe to the channel because I'm releasing these videos daily and well, every weekday, and that way you're not gonna miss out on all these cool emails. And also, a lot of people still don't know. I mean, a lot of people still don't know this, but I have a pretty cool free email course. It's called the 5 Principles of Sending Rainmaker Emails, and it basically shows you how to get more opens, clicks, and sales with your emails. It's one of the best like free mini courses on the market. If you ask me, obviously I'm biased, but check it out, link below, because you're gonna learn so much from it, and it complements this video so well. And for the first time, I actually figured out how to make sure that I can also include these swipes, these marked up swipes in this whole challenge. And when you subscribe to that mini course, then you're gonna have the link to the Google Drive folder that has all these swipes, just for your information. So the email itself, again, it has like I don't know, 350 words or something like that. But the main point of this email is to just remind people of all the cool things that they're getting, with some twists as well. So the subject line, basically, it's a typical abandoned cart type subject line. Did you forget this? I like the word this because it adds subtle curiosity, like this. What do you mean this? What's this? And then people open it. It's a good way to remind them of completing something that they started before. Then we have this branding element here, the Motley Fool. Again, this just gives people immediate context on what to expect, like what is this whole email about. So then the email starts. Not pointing fingers here, but someone hasn't taken us up on our limited time deal for joining Motley Fool Stock Advisor. This sounds a little, I mean, I like it because it sounds personal, not pointing fingers here. It starts in the middle of the action. It sounds casual, and it's not aimed at you, like you did something bad, you did something wrong. It's like someone hasn't taken up, but obviously it refers to you, right? But this is a subtle way to not blame them, because people don't like it when you blame them of anything. The next line, now, which is kind of like an NLP, neuro-linguistic programming element. It's like, now I realize it wouldn't be fair to blame you for missing out. Again, this not your fault thing, that's very important in copywriting. On the service famed for finding huge winners. This is a very important benefit because the people who this is aimed at, they want to like basically trade stocks. They want to earn money with investments. They're probably not the buy and hold type of crowd. They're probably not index fund investors or something like that. They want to game the market, which is very hard. And in a sense, it's kind of like it's a myth that you can game the market in the short term. I mean, in the long term. In the short term, you can have obviously like cool wins and all, but this is aimed at people who have more greed in them. And that's why the next line, basically, it stimulates their greed glands, as Gary Halbert would say, and it also gives them proof at the same time. Because this is a very, very competitive market. There are a lot of claims out there. A lot of people have been burned before so many times. After all, way back in 2002, who would have thought that StockAdvisor would go on to more than quadruple the S&P 500 for the next 18 years? So the S&P 500 is the market index. It's the collection of the top 500 US companies out there. And this, like, you know, StockAdvisor quadrupled. Obviously, this has no mention of the times when it underperformed the market, and in the long term, almost every single active investment underperforms the market. But still, like, it's a great way to sell people on the dream of taking their own destiny in their hands and gaming the market. And in some cases, they can. And obviously, this is a big objection. So that's why you know, there are some objection handling elements in this email that relate to this. But the next thing to follow up on the greed part is like, okay, so, you know, this is cool and all, but like, remember the time when you missed out before, all those times? And that's what the email says. Now, we can take you back in time to invest alongside us in real winners like Amazon or Netflix or Booking Holdings. And then you have very specific percentage numbers of all the gains. And then when people are reading this who have, you know, this greed mentality, or I'm not saying they're greedy, it's like the motivation behind it. One of the core emotions is greed, or they just want to get rich quick. You know, when they see these sweet returns, they're like, oh shit, I knew it. I should have invested into Amazon when the time came. I should have invested into Netflix or Booking.com or something like that. But now I cannot afford I cannot afford to miss out anymore. So it's a subtle jab to them, to their greed motivation. It's very effective. So, and the copywriter obviously knows this because it's a key pain point for people, missing out on some cool stuff, while all your buddies are bragging that, I don't know, they invested in Tesla like 10 years ago. But then the email does something very smart. It doesn't leave them hanging. It doesn't make them feel bad. It says, but I can offer you the next best thing. So this is a unique new opportunity. And we know from Evaldo Albuquerque, who's one of the most successful copywriters at the Agora companies, again, a big financial publisher, is that people ultimately want something that's basically satisfies, it teases a unique new desire, that's only achievable through your unique new mechanism, and is the key to their, you know, like this is a unique new opportunity that's the key to their number one desire, and it's only attainable through your product's unique mechanism. And that's what this is doing here. It's the unique new opportunity. And now you can get it for 75% off. So this is the offer. It's a direct offer in this regard. And then even better, you also have like a risk reversal. You have a guarantee, 30 days to kick the tires on the Motley Fool StockAdvisor and still get your membership back if you want it. But please don't delay, because I can guarantee this offer will be open tomorrow. So it's a typical like introducing the offer, making a big promise, alleviating risk via a risk reversal, or in this case, a guarantee, and then adding urgency. And then here you go, classic call to action, take up to 75% off Motley Fool StockAdvisor. And you have a nice little contextualization element which reframes the whole thing. It says, you know, as low as $49 per year for unlimited access. This is just like saying that, you know, this is just like, it costs less than a cup of coffee per day or something like that. And in this case, it costs them less than a cup of coffee per month almost. So yeah, it's definitely something very attainable. And again, for people who want to get rich quick, this is like, it's a trivial investment. You just have to overcome their sales resistance because of all the other empty promises they've seen before. And then we have like a little paint the dream element. Then we have another call to action worded differently. And this is a first person call to action. This is sometimes, I mean, oftentimes very effective. It just says, show me how to claim my discount and get started today. Pretty cool. To be fair, and this is the big objection handling element here that we have here. To be fair, I can't guarantee the next 18 years will be like the last. I don't have a crystal ball, right? They have to do it because of legal reasons. And they also have to do it because people aren't stupid. They know that, you know, these were lucky guesses. I can bet you that for every one of these lucky guesses, they had at least nine guesses that basically just bombed. So yeah, this is very, very important to mention something like this because it makes sense for people. It's like, oh yeah, I can understand that, sure, but still, I mean, you can give me tips. And then we have like a big promise. So we do a preemptive objection handling element here, but then there's like a big paint the dream element. It's like, but if you buy this, then you can get insight to all of our smartest people inside who know all these hidden info. And I'm sure that there's more info about this on the sales page itself, but this is just there to remind people of like, hey, you know, if you get this, then you'll get all the best insights on how to find the next great stocks. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. So, but wait, there's more. When you become a Stock Advisor member, you'll be joining a thriving community of like-minded investors that love this service. And I'm confident you will too, because, so there's what's happening here? There's a presupposition element here. This is more of an advanced copywriting thing. So instead of saying, if you do something like this, which is binary, you can say yes or no. The copywriter says when you join. So this assumes that you are going to join. Again, it's a neuro-linguistic programming thing. You're gonna join a thriving community, which is like more benefits. You won't be alone, and then you get all these cool things. And then here we have a comprehensive list of features and benefits. And notice how formulaic they are. You'll receive updated expert coverage on all Stock Advisor recommendations. This is a feature, and then the benefit. So there's no need to go digging through financial reports. Our expert team has broken it all down for you. So it's a typical feature benefit formula. The next one is like you can instantly download a boatload of free reports, including AI disruption playbook, an investor's guide to this 19 trillion market. So this is just a pure feature, it seems like. But then you have some other elements that are lifted straight from bullets and fascinations. And if you don't know what bullets and fascinations are, as the 10th video of my 100-day proven sales letter breakdown challenge, again, link in the description to that, I analyzed a cool little newsletter from Clayton Makepeace, a legendary copywriter, one of the best. And in it, Clayton presented like 15 timeless fascination formulas. And fascinations are super important in copywriting. You can use them in your product description section. You can use them as headlines. You can use them as great parts of your lead, the first emotional part that opens a sales message. You can use them everywhere. In fact, many A-list copywriters begin their projects by writing out tons of fascinations and bullets. And the best of the best become headlines and subheads and other important elements. But like this part is here to basically just increase the perceived value of this whole thing. And then finally we have like the same pitch framework in just one paragraph. So please don't put this off any longer. I don't want you reading another one of these emails 18 years from now saying if I only had taken the plunge back then. So again, urgency, like act now if you don't want to miss out and then be humiliated by your buddies once again. Simply click the button below to get started. And then again, once more, a first person call to action with like a micro commitment. Like, yes, I want to claim up to 75% discount while I still can. So again, it's very cookie cutter in a sense, but it's very effective. Like sometimes you don't have to come up with this super crazy big idea like End of America or something like that. You don't have to. You can increase your sales by 20 to 30% by implementing an email like this into your funnel or a series of these emails easily. Because most people who check out the sales page, they get distracted by something, especially nowadays. There's a lot of things going on geopolitically, and then you have to remind them, you have to drive that traffic back. Either you can use this in a retargeting ad as well if you want. Like people who visit the page, a version of this can definitely be used in a retargeting ad. Like it's a cheap way to reach people with the same message again when they're more warmed up because they've seen a version of this on the sales page itself. So then we have just the sign off section. I like this full on. It has more personality. And make no mistake, like the Motley Fool is a huge company. It produces I don't know their revenue numbers, but they bring in a lot of money, and still they seem pretty personal. It's not corporate language at all. It's like full on Mike. Like, look, I'm Mike and I'm an analyst and I just want what's best for you. And then in the PS, again, we have like this 3-part pitch framework. We have the risk reversal. And remember, if you aren't totally thrilled, then just, send us an email and you're going to get a full refund. And then we have an urgency element. Don't delay. Click here right now. And then one more. Like, notice how many links this short email has. It has this one, which is probably a link. It's just in black in this case. It has this one, show me how to claim my discount. And it has this, yes, I want to claim. And it has this and this, so like 5 or 6 links. Because sometimes, you never know which benefit or which copywriting element motivates people to finally click. And if there's a link close to that point, maybe chances are higher that they are actually going to click. But yeah, again, super, like in a sense, it's a simple email, although the copywriting is very advanced. And these financial publishers like the Motley Fool, they have some of the best copywriters on the planet, but the structure behind it, it's not complicated at all. You can definitely replicate it. And if you have your own product, then make sure to like include something like this. And if you're a copywriter, you're working for someone else or writing for someone else, then just pitch the idea of something like this because it's an easy way to gain a lot of respect in terms of in the eyes of your client, because this is just gonna work. Like there's no two ways around it. It's an easy, low-hanging fruit. But I hope you enjoyed the email. Again, if you did, like the video, comment, leave a comment. It helps with the algorithm a lot, and share this with others as well. And check out the 5-part mini course, the 5 principles of sending Rainmaker emails. You're gonna love it. You get a bunch of cool stuff for free when you join that mini course. Notice when you join that mini course, the subtle NLP thing. And yeah, just keep watching these videos. Hopefully you find them helpful. Thanks again for watching. It means a lot. And I'm gonna see you in the next one tomorrow. Bye.